I'm back. This your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman, coming to share another nightcap with you. A night video. This video to me is really, really sad. I know a lot of you not gonna see it that way, but I think it's really sad. And it's just messed up that children go through so much and they let what happened to them in the past consume their future. Some people get stuck in this situation in life and they don't know how to come out of it. You know, mental abuse is really bad, y'all. Mental abuse is so harsh that sometimes people die with that state of mind that somebody else did to them and said to them. Well, these people I'm about to talk about tonight, I told you I was going to come back with celebrities. So come on in, have a seat. Make sure you push like. The feds pretty much saying that they're going to expose all Diddy co-conspirators. And how it looks, Mary J is one of the main ones. I told y'all that yesterday. Mary is one of the main co-conspirators. And I think it's sad because I was just on Sherelle's World and she did a little editing video. She showed Mary J speaking about her life and what happened with her marriage. And it's so sad to think that she finally overcame all that stuff to only may have self-destructed and may end up in prison. The only way Mary probably don't go to prison if she tells everything she knows about Diddy. But I don't even know if the feds want to know. I think they just want to arrest her. Because she's like, when I say one of his right-hand people, allegedly, Mary is one of his right-hand people. If you go back on videos, I'm a Baptist. You go back on the videos, somebody just asked me my religion. Mary walking with Cassie a lot of times. She got Cassie like clutched in a lot of different places. When Diddy wasn't around, it was Mary. Like Mary was one of her hagglers, like she was her overseer. And we all know that Danny Boy, he already said this, and he said this probably 5 years ago before any of this happened. So he didn't say this for clout. He didn't say this to hurt Mary. I seen this video with Danny Boy about 5 years ago. He wrote this book a while ago. He was just telling his story. And now, his words and that book are gonna hurt Mary bad. Because I'm for sure the feds ain't got a hold of that book. And he's stating how Suge Knight called him upstairs to talk to Mary. The only reason why Suge may not get any charges on top of his charges he already have, because that particular night when Suge told him Mary wanted to meet him, they didn't sleep together. They just laid in the bed together. Danny Boy says that. He said later on down the line, they exchanged numbers and Mary was calling Chicago and she kept flying him out to New York and he was only 15. I don't understand these parents. I gotta believe his mother was so excited that Mary J wanted to fly her son out and it was business, so she didn't question nothing. You know, sometimes when you poor, The father not there, you struggling, your other children, and that one child can help you get out the projects, can help you get off Section 8 and food stamps. I don't think they think logically. All they see is a way out. They don't look at it as they are selling their kids. They looking at it that my kid is our savior. Keke Palmer mother said it when she was going through the things with Darius Jackson, her kid, her baby dad. She talked about Usher being G, her mama. She was just spazzing out online. And she said people want to dog me out because I had Keke out there as a kid in Hollywood. If she was our way to eat, she was our way to eat. And that's what her mother said. So these young stars, they open doors for most likely the whole family. So I gotta believe now that I'm watching all this that the parents pretty much tell them to do stuff. Whatever you gotta do. It ain't gonna last forever. Just imagine you're gonna end up on Disney. I really believe they encourage these kids to go. And I gotta believe, because they're children, that they didn't call home crying. Usher said he called home several times talking to his mother and said, Mom, Diddy pretty much got me in clubs. I'm around grown women. I'm drinking. I want to go to the studio. His dream was to sing. He wasn't thinking about, I'm going to lay up with some grown women. So he had to tell his mama on Diddy. And guess what? She still made him stay. That's why when I seen her not too long ago, last year, on somebody's podcast talking about she didn't know what was going on at the Flavor Camp, I was like, lady, please. I don't nobody want to hear that sob story. You want to press charges on Diddy now? Your son almost 50. Before his case last year, why you weren't trying to press charges? Usher told you what was going on because he said he told you what was going on. And you still made Usher stay because you wanted to keep your car, your house, your nice jewelry. You wanted to live the rich and famous lifestyle, be on the red carpet. Usher, stop complaining. You being a little punk. Be quiet. Mr. Diddy go take care of you. And then people around Usher, from Gene Deal to all these people, claim they witnessed Usher go through this, right? And they allow Usher to go out and seek Justin Bieber, even though Justin Bieber approached him. But they seen him take Justin to the Flavor Camp. And nobody said nothing. Oh, Miss Janet just send me $100. Praise God. Look at God. Thank you, Miss Janice, for the $100. You so awesome. It's messed up because I just watched an interview with Mary J. Blige. For the first time, I wanted to cry about Mary. Blah, blah, blah. Get off my channel. I wanted to cry about Mary because she is a broken person. She explained why she never smiled. Did y'all see Mary just open her own restaurant not too long ago? She had all these people around her. I think even Diddy. It was a milestone in her life, even when she got the Walk of Fame. She smiled very lightly. She just said in her video the reason she don't smile because she carries pain and everybody pain around her. I did not know this. She was SA molested from age 5 to 17. Could you imagine a person taking your innocent at 5 years old? and no one can save you. She said she remembered the women around her getting beat, including her mama. She would hear them screaming, and no one would help them. She said the men were so horrible to them in that environment that she never wanted to smile again, and she made that promise that she would never smile again. And then she had the opportunity to be at Uptown Records, and that's where she met Diddy. Now, ain't this crazy? This proves to you that like attracts like. She already is a broken person who's been essayed all her life from a broken home. She attracts Sean Puffy Combs, who is a broken person who's been essayed, and his mama put him through almost the same stuff. And they became the best of friends. They just showed Puffy talking about his pain, and he said, this was years ago. He said he remembered him and Mary first went in the studio. I don't know what they were singing. They was doing some song together. And he said it was so intense and so much pain that they both just sat there and cried. So I think what I'm thinking now is that they made up in their mind they would never live that life again. Any means necessary, they were going to get out that situation together. And from Uptown Records, they stuck together like this. She became his sister. So whatever Diddy wanted to do, she trusted him because that was her safe haven. And she was his safe haven. They had each other back. However, it don't appear that they ever had counseling to get over their trauma. So they took the trauma with them. And that trauma became part of their life. And that trauma became their normal. So hurt people hurt people. So what did both of them do? They start having crazy ex, having F-off parties, making a lot of money. They both end up on drugs. Miss Janet Steele was orchestrating the whole thing. Mary is walking around. She was one of the first ones with the white polish on. She was easy to be manipulated because all she knew was sadness. Miss Janice and Diddy was showing her a little bit of happiness, even though he had the same pain she had. Here we have two young people. Life beat down bad. And nobody was hearing them scream out. So guess what this was what I think happened. Diddy said, I want to be the last one standing. He said that in the Biggie Small movie. He said, I am not ever going to be broke again in my life. I will knock anybody out my way that's trying to hurt me. I don't care if I got to delete Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Craig Mack, Biggie Small, whoever in my way, they go get the business because I'm not going back down there. I promise you, Mary know about every single thing that ever happened with Diddy. Because I gotta believe if he told anybody anything, he told Mary. And the feds know this. So all the guessing about Jaguar, Misha, Andrea, and everybody talking about who shot John and did what, the guessing finna be over with because the feds finna reveal the co-conspirators. And I still see people believe in Jaguar. Let me tell y'all something. Everything Jag has been saying, the artists have already said it. And she was just adding on to the story. Like now, people mad at Gene Deal because Gene Deal then ran out of Diddy stories. So now he talking about Jay-Z stories. And people don't like it because they say, oh, now, why you ain't been talking about Jigga? Now he in the media for a lawsuit. Now you got some Diddy, some Jay-Z stories too. You got to remember, Gene Deal was not his bodyguard in the 2000s or late 90s. He was on his bodyguard a short time. Jaguar was only around a short time. All the stuff that they was saying was already said. Mary already pretty much said her and her husband was having threesomes. Tunde, was that his name? She already was saying that they were having threesomes, and she said they were pretty much stepping out on her. They was both messing with this assistant called Star. Sometimes her husband had Star, sometimes she had Star. It's an easy read, all you gotta do is watch. That's how Jag knew that. And 9 times out of 10, to be honest, Jag probably slept with Mary J. Blige. I'm just being real. And quiet as kept, they said Kim, Diddy, and Mary first threesome was together. So I look at Kim Porter different too. I hate that she's gone. And I really wish she was still here to face the consequences like everybody else. Because Kim Porter had a lot to do with the sinister stuff that Diddy was doing. That's why he held on to Kim so long. That's why he dogged Kim out, because he looked at Kim as one of his F-off girls. She was his rider, just happened to have his kids. She did not care what Diddy was doing. That's why he was able to bring Cassie into her house and make her get up out the bed and have X with Cassie in her bed. And she sat there and cried and told one of her friends. And if he would have told her, take off your clothes, get in the bed, she would have did it. Her kids have no clue the stuff their mama was into. They was fighting. They was doing all kinds of stuff. And Al B. Sure about ready to tell it. But I got to believe Al B. Sure, because he was in Uptown Records. I got to believe Al B. Sure had a lot to do with stuff, too. So he trying to hurry up and tell some stuff so he won't be indicted. Usher trying to be on tour and act like ain't nothing going on. He enjoying his best life, but he nervous. Because they might indict him for Justin Bieber. Because I always wondered, why, if Justin Bieber, your artist, Usher, he came to you, why are you dropping him off at Diddy Flavor Camp? Just like Michael Bivins had Boys to Men. He didn't take them nowhere. He just produced Boys to Men. That was his group. Usher, why did you take Justin Bieber to Diddy Flavor Camp when someone asks you right now to this day, would you ever take your own children to the Flavor Camp? And you would say, hell no. I seen your interview. Hell no. He said he can't sleep to this day from what happened at that camp. And you pick up a little boy and you take him there. So you guilty too. I don't know who all the feds have. Let me get this person off my channel. Got time for that mess. I told you I'm deleting anybody to say something stupid to me. I don't have no time for no stupid stuff at all this year. So if you don't want to be a part of my channel, just say something stupid. You're getting deleted. Ain't no second chances on my channel no more, because a lot of those people that's doing that, they done messed up my channel just about. And I'm rebuilding. It's coming back around. Consistency. But anybody, matter of fact, Kanika, I'm finna make you a mod right now, love. Hold on. Let me see. Trying to see how you do it, Kanik. Add moderator. Hold on, Kanik. I'm sorry I'm looking all close. I know I can't see. Kanika, I just made you a moderator, baby. So you can help TK out and Miss Lorraine and Goldie. Because I am not playing. If y'all see anybody say something that's out the norm or blah, 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 guys, delete. Because they have viruses on their YouTube channel and the virus is trying to destroy people's channels. Don't even play with them. That's all I gotta say. And I'm gonna start saying that before I start my video every day. If you say something disrespectful, you disrespect any of my people, any of my mods, if you say something that don't have to do with the subject, you get deleted. What you here for? You here to hurt somebody. But anywho, I digress. It's kind of a downer because I'm like, dang, man. Everybody's celebrating, doing the Crip Walk. Can't wait till these people demise. And when you really think about it, and I'm not taking it for none of them, because you can't make excuses for being a grown person, making grown people decisions. I don't care what you've been through in your life. That's why I push the agenda to get counseling. Go seek some help, because you don't get a pass because of your past. You hear what I'm saying? You don't get a pass because of your past trauma. That's why relationships fall apart. That's why divorces happen, because you got all that trauma. A lot of y'all got daddy and mommy issues, and you take it into your relationship, and you think baby's going to solve your problems, and you still got them problems, and you running off good women and men. Then you come to the internet and you crying and saying, they wasn't no good. No, you got an issue that you never took care of. You can't get in front of that judge and say, well, I did this because my mama and my daddy did this. They don't want to hear that. You responsible for your life at a certain age. Okay, Mary went through trauma from 5 to 17. Oh my God, that is horrible. And I wish you would tell who did it so they can get locked up. Because it sounds like it was people in her neighborhood, her building, and her family members. And they need to go to the penitentiary. I hate when stuff happens to people and they just hold it. Because you know what happens, Mary? That same person or those people, they still hurting people. They still doing it. Because you didn't stop them. But I know what it is. Back then when we were young, Mary and my age group, mothers used to tell their children, especially black homes, what happened in this house stays in this house. They would know Uncle John touching everybody in the house and threaten you if you talked about it. I had to. They have a meeting with John. Boy, leave them girls alone. You're going to end up in jail. You're going here. They try to pray over them. But they would never do nothing. And all these young girls and young boys have to just carry it. I know this guy. I can't say his name. Really good kid. I call him a kid because he's a little older than my oldest daughter. I've been going to church with these people all my life. I know the whole family. Actually, they've distant cousins on my mama's side. He had to mentor one of my kids, my son. And he ended up being like a motivational speaker. Good dude, boxing, everything. His mother died when he was in high school. His daddy grew up around the corner from me, like family. He grew up 2 doors down from Floyd Mayweather, his pop. I grew up around the corner from Floyd. So as he sitting there waiting to talk to my son, me and him got to talking. And I said, what made you get into motivational speaking? You wouldn't have never thought this. He said, my pain. I said, your pain? So I know the whole family, you spoiled, he said. The family's so big. They the whole church, put it that way. His grandmother had 21 kids. And she sung in a senior choir with my mama. Let me drink my tea, y'all. I got tea. Ain't this Barbie cup cute? That's how I want my Nina cups. Kanique. This the kind of cups I want, girl. Say Nina and have my logo right there. Oh, I want to share this too. Look, the handle even is a B. Ain't that cute? Anyway. Yes, 21 kids. By the same man. By the same man. And guess what else? That's the only man she ever been with. And the youngest one went to school with me. We the same age. He said when we used to be at grandma's house, now just think, she got 21 kids. A lot of them was already grown and gone. You know, she had so many kids that older ones were old enough to be the baby ones' parents. But they all had kids and more kids. And then, how did that go? She had 21 kids. They're her brothers. They each had 16 and 17 kids. They all went to our church. So could you imagine, they were at the church. Then they had kids and they had kids. So when they at grandma's house, it's so many people in the house, I'm surprised she knew who's supposed to be there. Well, one of his cousins, well, his uncle, one of his uncles, was touching him every weekend. Took his manhood from him. He said every time he went downstairs to tell, y'all know back in the day, kids to be seen and I heard, he would get scolded at, get upstairs, shut up, what you doing crying? They didn't want to hear none of that. He trying to tell and he said he couldn't explain it because he was so little that he would just say, he's touching me. So they thinking he just, picking with him. Shut up, boy, go to bed. And then sit him back upstairs. He said it took for him to be a grown teenager to put a stop to it. And he threatened his uncle. But he never told nobody. I think he told his he told his mom before she died. And his mama was trying to do something to her uncle. But the thing of it is, his uncle, very popular in my city, have a good, strong business in my city. He married a woman. Check this out. He married a woman who has 3 boys that's not his. So when he telling me this story, I'm like, wait a minute. He just married somebody got 3 boys. If he touching his own nephew. And guess what else? She would leave him at home and go to work 3rd shift with her boys. Did he ever do something to him? I don't know. It may be the same kind of story. When they get old, they say, my stepdaddy. You know what I'm saying? And when he telling me who it is, my mouth is on the floor because I know this dude. He done tried to cut into me several times. And I'm like, are you kidding me? He said, so my pain make me speak and want to help other young men and get in their head because a lot of young men hiding the same things I'm hiding. You would be amazed how many young boys have been molested. And I'm like, and the parents didn't do nothing. They too busy working, they got company, they partying, they don't want to hear it. It's always with some chaos going. It was too many people in the house. I remember going over my auntie houses and stuff and family members, and we all had to stay in the basement. You got to try to go up there and tell something. You getting yelled at and you scared to go tell because somebody go get a whooping. You just got to sit still. Get down there. I mean, they have food where we was at and TVs and stuff. The kids couldn't be around grown folks when I was growing up. And you couldn't tell too much. Because you know what the parents used to do back then? You acting like a little sissy. You being a little punk. Hit him back. They wasn't hearing that crybaby stuff. You couldn't even come home and tell your mama some girl outside beat you up. She gonna make you go back outside and fight 2 or 3 people. My big sister had that bad. Y'all want to fight me or y'all want to fight them? We be out there scrapping like. We ain't finna fight this fool. We out there fighting for dear life. We can't lose, because if we lose, we gotta face her. So that's what made us so tough. And that's why a lot of these boys, older men now, they call them old heads, unks. That's why they got these. They don't know about this. Unc got these, because that's all he knew back then. The boys had to fight. You can't come home crying. Suge Knight don't have an excuse. Suge Knight do not have no excuse. Because Suge Knight was raised by both his parents in a religious home. He went to college. He played on the football team. Suge had the best life ever. He decided to take his size and be a bully. Why do you think his name is Marion? His name is Marion. He had to come up with a nickname, Suge. You Marion, you a mama's boy. So that's what's tripped out about it. He chose that life. Diddy and Mary didn't have no way out but that life. That's why Diddy was more hungry for it. Suge was playing. Diddy was in for real, for real. Like, I would kill all y'all. You guys see the part of the movie, he said, you put me in the jungle, I'll come out with a chinchilla. Y'all know what that means? Diddy said that. That means if you put me in the jungle, I will kill every animal in there to survive. That's the mentality he had. He used to be like, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. He was just thirsty for success because he'd been down so long. Am I making excuses for him? No, I'm not. But I understand now what happened. Because I'm like, how does somebody end up sick like Diddy? Do y'all realize this? We talking about mentally ill people. Do y'all know that's a mental illness? Something ain't ticking up here. You done made it to be a billionaire and you still doing stuff like you Pookie and Ray Ray. You mentally ill. That lets you know that's all he know. That's that saying, you can take a Negro out the projects, but you can't take the projects out the Negro. Or you can take a hood rat out the streets, but you can't take the streets out the hood rat. You can't make a girl into a housewife, a girl into a hoe, into a housewife. Those for real. And the only reason you can, the only way you can, if they detox, if they reinvent themselves. That's why sometimes it's good to leave your environment. People say, I don't know why y'all want to leave Michigan. It's like that everywhere you go. No, it's not. If you go somewhere new, you can reinvent yourself. People don't know who you are. You ain't gonna see the same streets. You ain't gonna see the same neighborhoods. You ain't gonna see the same crack addicts. You ain't gonna see none of it. You're gonna see new people. It's something new. God said I will give you a new thing. You know, he would give you something new. Just step out your environment and do something different. But make sure you get your mind right. Because you take that same mindset down in Houston from Michigan, you gonna do the same thing down in Houston. You gotta change this. And Diddy and Mary didn't do that. And I know how bad New York is. My husband was from Harlem. He told me how they used to have big rats in the building, and it was so many buildings in one project, hundreds and hundreds of people just crammed into them little buildings. And he was like, it's really like good times. He said, then you gotta take these elevators down several floors, 24 floors down, and you gotta be in there with pee and drunk people in the hallway, and people that shut up in the hallway, and you gotta step over folks. He said he just stepped over a dead body before. He said it was just so horrible. And his mother worked at the train. She drove the L, or whatever you subway. So his mama had a good job, and they still So he said it wasn't an easy life living in New York, because I used to wonder how you was in the Navy, you don't know how to swim. He said, Nina, we didn't have public pools in New York. I said, what do you mean? I gotta have public pools. He said, do you know how many people? He said, it was way in the suburbs. He said, do you know how many people lived in the projects? We have to swim in the ocean. Ain't nobody finna be in no public pool. And he said, we wasn't getting in the ocean, so hardly nobody around here knew how to swim. And he said, what number gangs and murder, and it was just horrible. That's why he left New York. And he ended up in Birmingham. He ended up in the military. He left Birmingham and ended up overseas. And where did he go, to Russia? Where did he go? He went somewhere overseas. I think it was Russia. But this is when you count your blessings. This is when you count your blessings. When you think your life is bad, you hear about other people's life and you like, wow, how dare I complain? It's so sad. Miss Janice, thank you so much for that $100. Because I'm reinventing myself. I'm going to give another testimony probably this weekend about my life, because a lot of new people haven't heard it. And I'm not giving it for sympathy. I'm giving it to you for encouragement, because I want y'all to know how good God is no matter what you go through. You stand on his word. And I always carry what my mother said to me all my life. Baby, trust in God's unchanging hands. He can do all things but fail. That's what keeps me from doing stupid stuff. Because I keep trusting God. And I know he ain't going to fail me. No matter what I go through, he's going to bring me through it. Everything I look at that I've been through in my life, I came out of it. Every situation, I made it through. Every heartbreak, I healed. Every sickness, I overcame. So I know he's real, and I'm going to keep stressing that on every video. God is real. I don't care what nobody telling you. Just look at me if you don't believe me. Look at me. I should be somewhere crazy. But he kept me. What the devil had for my bad, God had for my good. I learned to step on my calamities and tell the devil to get beneath my feet. See, Diddy done wasn't strong enough to do that. I learned to say no to temptations. Diddy done wasn't strong enough to do that. And now you know why? You know why Diddy and Mary weren't strong enough? Because they didn't know God. And nobody installed God into their life. Most likely they didn't have a praying mama, praying grandmama. Because the Mary said her mama was in the mess with her. If she was a praying woman, she wouldn't have never allowed her daughters to go through what they went through. She would have ran off, went to a shelter if she had to. You don't have to stay stuck nowhere. Do y'all hear me? It's people right now in California and they won't leave. I don't understand this. I talked to my aunties yesterday morning. They got beautiful homes and everything. Well, it ain't on this side, but it's burning down, TT. Now we ain't gonna leave. What you mean? It's Sodom and Gomorrah going on over there. I seen some podcasters driving to their studio, and right over the bridge, they see stuff burning. Tomorrow, I just gotta make it to the studio. You still going to the studio to go to work? And the city burning down. I don't understand this. What is wrong with people? Y'all holding on to material stuff, man. I would have been on the first thing. I ain't gonna say first thing smoking. I would have been on the first thing flying. I don't care if I had to go get me a U-Haul and throw everything I could in that U-Haul and my kids, let's get in our cars, let's go. It's over for us in California. It's time to go. We didn't have earthquakes. We didn't have Diddy and all this crap going on. And now God throwing, this in the Bible. This Sodom and Gomorrah. You ain't got to tell me twice. And what did he say in the Bible? The good got to go with the bad. I ain't finna wait around. It could be one big explosion in California, could be gone. You ain't got to tell, no. I don't want to wake up and see across a couple of blocks the whole sky orange and on fire. Who would have lived like that? I couldn't even go to sleep that night. And guess what? Guess who houses burned down? All the celebrities. Did y'all notice that? Paris Hilton house gone. This is several people houses gone. That's famous. Do y'all remember scripture when God said, I'm a jealous God? He let them play with the devil for a long time. And everything they accomplished with the devil, he destroying it. Everything Diddy got from the devil, God took it from him. I just seen a video, Diddy on some kind of bike in the water, in the ocean. It's like a jet ski bike in Miami. And he riding, he waving at people. They was like, hey, Diddy. I said, look at him living his best life. Now he went from that to this. He went from riding on the ocean on a bike to 3 meals in a cot. That let me know God didn't like something you was doing, Diddy. And he just snatched it. Don't ever get this high and you think you better than somebody. My mothers tell my sister this all the time. You know a bird got to come down and get water. Even birds got to come get water. Don't get too Maya highly thinking you're better than somebody. Because God will humble you fast. 1 minute you living your best life, driving a BMW, got a military man with his own business. All you got to do is wake up, money, everything, and to living in a car. That was me. And I really wasn't one of them people that was boastful. I don't even know why it happened. But it's something God didn't like. So he took everything from me till I only had, when I say I only had the clothes on my back, y'all, I love fashion. I love clothes. I had so many clothes and nice things before marriage and after marriage. And I come out to my car, and my car gone, and all I have is a sundress on and some flip-flops in my purse. And when I start thinking, I said, Lord, this is all I got to my name. That's all I had to my name in my laptop. And thank God at the time I was dating a praying man who know the word. He said, get in. Let's go to Walmart. I'm going to tell y'all the testimony this weekend again. Let's go to Walmart, get you a few items, and then we go to the mall tomorrow. You all right. It's only material stuff. All that stuff you lost can be replaced. Come on. He even gave me a few $100s. Come on, you tripping. Your daughter in the hospital fighting cancer. You got other problems. Let him have it. God gonna give you double for your trouble. And I overcame that. And the next year, guess where I was? The same time the next year. I was in Las Vegas on a family trip with my daughter who beat cancer and my kids. I looked around and said, Lord, we in Vegas. I'm telling you. God won't fail. And I wish that Mary J and Diddy would have turned to the Lord instead of turning to Clyde Davis. I wish they would have turned to the Lord instead of turning to Hollywood. I wish Diddy would have stayed on track as just being a producer and doing good things for people and helping them with their career. And I wish Mary would have just sung songs and traveled the world and just became a great artist. They didn't have to do them freak offs. But that's all they knew. Just think about it. Both of them were molested, allegedly. Mary like women and Diddy like men. Y'all know Tyler Perry was molested too, right? Tyler Perry talks around it though. He don't really come out and say it. He just says his dad did a lot of mean things to him and beat the blood out of his mama. He said he used to go up under the house. I guess their house used to be on bricks. And he'd stay under there for hours and listen to his mama get beat. He's a billionaire. And I gotta believe he the one try to sleep with Christian Keys. So he believed that. Donnie McClurkin, Pastor Donnie McClurkin, he was molested. He told his testimony by family members for years. So he thought it was normal and he started liking it. Then he watched his little brother go in the street and get hit by a car and he got murdered. So he had that on his heart because he thought he could have saved his little brother because he froze up and he didn't do nothing. His uncles were molesting him. So he started dating men as he got older. Y'all know who prayed him out of that lifestyle? The Wayne family. He went to them in Detroit, Michigan, and he became a member. And I think it was Marvin, just prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. And one day he came and gave his testimony and said, I've been delivered. And he dates women now. He said it felt like a dark cloud came off of his eyes. Y'all gotta go hear him speak. I'm not gonna speak on people getting mad and thinking I'm being racist against that lifestyle or just hateful against that lifestyle. That's his testimony. He walked the walk. And I'm gonna give y'all his words, what he said. He said, huh? I don't think so. He said, I refuse to die and go to hell. He said, I refuse to die and go to hell. I thank the Winans family for helping save my soul. What everybody else think, I don't know. I'm just telling you what he said. Not my words, not my life. And now he's a different man. It's just so sad. And God is not happy. I don't care what kind of life you living. I don't know what you are doing with your life. It ain't my position or my job to tell you how to live. Because I can't get you to heaven or hell. All I can do is tell you to look around you. Especially if you in California. And you see God ain't happy. And he said, I'm going to come like a thief in the night. And I'm returning with vengeance. And this time I'm returning by fire. Last time it was a flood. Y'all think he not real? Y'all still saying he ain't real? And they trying to blame it on people. Somebody did it. Yeah, God working through somebody. That don't look right, man. I've been watching California on the news. That don't look right. I don't know about y'all. But when I see them fires, I see God. And it's kind of scary, but he said don't fear nothing. But he did say don't fear nothing but him. But I'm looking, when I see them fires, I see God, an angry God. I'm like, ooh. California been doing Atlanta, Houston, they are next. And I want to move to Houston. I think I'm going to go to Dallas. They're on the roster. Them big cities. I'm surprised San Francisco and bridges ain't falling. But to see California burn like that, y'all, and they talking about they running out of water and it's an ocean. I said, how the heck can you run out of water and you on the Pacific Ocean? They said something about the I guess the fire department hoses going into the water, not forceful enough to push the water into the city. And stuff burning so fast, they can't get the water over there. It's just a mess, man. I said, if that's not God, to the point he cutting off the water supply, and you own the ocean. Man can't do that. That it is so sad, and then the whole sky is orange. Don't that look like, when you see it on the news, I don't know if y'all been watching, don't it look like hell? When you watching California on the news, it look like hell. I said, oh, that's the closest thing to hell. That looks like hell. Get out of there. And people still going to work. They still sitting their butts around doing the same old stuff like ain't nothing going on. But you know what that remind me of? That remind me of Noah's Ark. When God destroyed it with the flood. When Noah warning everybody. They laughed at Noah. He's stupid. They still partying, they drinking. They was like, Noah crazy. We gotta see crazy Noah with that big old boat in the hood. They thought he was crazy. He telling them what's about to happen. They didn't hear. It's always warning before destruction. What are y'all still doing in California? If y'all watching me right now, what are you still doing in California? You gonna be like New Orleans when the wall broke and they flooded the whole city? You know, fire feel different than water. If fire coming up your street, ain't no stopping fire. Water, you can't put on a life jacket and stand on top of your house, because my cousin did it and was waiting for the jets and stuff to pick him up. He was picked up by an airplane, a jet or something on top of his house. His house had flooded all the way up. Alligators everywhere. But fire is different. You can't beat no fire. Can't nobody save you from no fire, and it's all over your neighborhood, because the smoke go take a lot of people out of here. Just the smoke itself will take you out of here. Get out of California until they get those fires in control. And I wouldn't even move back, to be honest. That would be my sign. Yep, time to go. I'm going to the snow. I thought Michigan was bad till I started seeing all these nice, beautiful cities that don't get snow clowning. Florida, Jurassic Park, California on fire. I'll pass. I don't have time for it. But this your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. If y'all didn't get nothing out this video, I hope y'all got a different mindset to at least get some counseling. It's a lot of you that watch me and been molested. It's a lot of you that watch me been abused. It's a lot of you that watch me that's in an abusive relationship right now. It's a lot of you that watch me that's in a mental abusive relationship. And you sitting there and dealing with it because you think it's love. Love don't break you. Love builds you up. Don't let nobody tear you down and tell you they love you. They contradicting themselves. Love would protect you. I don't care how many kids you have by that person. I don't care if they paying all your bills. Go to a shelter, live in your car. Protect this and this. This your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. I done dropped the dang on phone. I don't know what's gonna happen with Mary, but I'm gonna say a special prayer for Mary J Blige tonight, because I didn't know that Mary went through that. And wouldn't it be sad? She ended up dying in prison after all the trauma she lived through. I gotta go. I'm choking again. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for watching. Please push like, share, subscribe. God bless you all.